Start करें. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, guys, in last class we've discussed about the differences between power diode and general purpose diode. So, let's just quickly go through it. So, for a general purpose diode, as we have discussed earlier, so we have only P junction and N P material and N material. So their combination could be P plus, N plus, and that is making a zener. And then, but the zener has low voltage and it can conduct significant amount of current. But with other combinations like P plus N minus or P minus N plus, and finally P minus N minus, these kind of combinations give us a very low side current conduction, and although its breakdown voltage could be very large. So in power diode, what we have discussed is we said we started from zener, so we have P plus and N plus substrates, and we wanted to have a higher breakdown voltage in that zener. So we introduced a N minus layer, which has very less concentration of impurities, and the height of this N minus layer could increase the breakdown voltage depending upon how much we want. So in P plus, the concentration is around 10 raised to the power 19 cubic centimeter, and in N plus is almost the same concentration, uh, whereas in N minus layer the concentration is less. So depending upon the breakdown voltage, reverse breakdown voltage, this device, this power diode can withstand a very high voltage drop across it when it is in off state. Whereas general purpose can also do the same, but in on state, the voltage, forward voltage drop and forward voltage, forward current is much different from a general purpose diode. A general purpose diode in on state has very low voltage, 0.7 volt, forward voltage drop, and with general purpose diode having the breakdown voltage around 1 kilovolt, its maximum current may be around few milliamperes. So on state to off state, we have also seen the change in the conductivity or change in the resistance, and that is called conductivity modulation. So, and we have observed the conductivity modulation in case of a power diode is much more larger than a general purpose diode. So therefore, the conductivity modulation that happens in power diode is different from general purpose diode. Similarly, power diode has a N minus drift region or close to intrinsic layer in the pin diode, and it is vertically oriented structure. And another difference is that its size is quite large as compared to general purpose diode. Then we have discussed how device goes in on state and how device goes in off state. And while this device is in off state, we may have avalanche breakdown. We have also discussed about that when we want to we are applying reverse voltage to the diode, pin diode, and then we may observe the avalanche breakdown. The current conduction goes very high, and that may be damaging for the power diode. Then thermal breakdown is most of the cases may be in the on state, because while it is conducting very high amount of current, the junction temperature may rise. So we have to calculate properly and connect a heat sink before utilizing the power diode, so that the junction temperature remains below the junction threshold temperature. Okay, then because we have two potential barriers in two junctions. So one junction is between P and N minus layer. So therefore this junction is basically the PN junction, whereas on the other side we have N minus and N plus layer. Again we have a junction, but this junction is quite smaller. Its width is quite thinner as compared to PN junction. So therefore we have two types of junction capacitances. One is the potential barrier capacitance, and second is the diffusion capacitance. So what do you think, where potential barrier capacitor exists? In P and N junction, or in N minus and N plus junction? These students. Question is, where is the potential barrier capacitance? Which junction respond or has this capacitance? आवाज आ रही है सबको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
जी, तो पोटेंशियल बैरियर कैपेसिटेंस कहाँ पे होगी? जंक्शन 1 में बिटवीन पी एंड एन, और जंक्शन 2 में एन माइनस एंड एन प्लस. Where is the potential barrier capacitance? No guesses?
Sir, depletion region में?
जी, डिप्लीशन रीजन तो हमारे पास दो होंगी ना. So in which is the potential barrier? Junction J1 P and N के between जो है, और junction J2 which is between N minus and N plus layer. So
Sir,
as
N
names,
minus and P minus?
yes, it's basically P minus and N minus, because you can see that the name suggests potential barrier. Potential barrier is because of the change in polarities between the P and N minus layer. And what happens over here is the majority of holes, they move on to other side in N minus layer, and electrons of N minus layer, they move on to other side. So we have a potential barrier created. Okay? So there layer has potential barrier. What happens on the other side, N minus and N plus layer, is that both sides have electrons as impurities, but the concentration of electrons on N plus side is larger. So therefore few electrons, they move on the other side, So also a very little barrier is created near the n minus n plus junction. ठीक है? So majority of potential barrier is in the layer p and n minus. ठीक है? So therefore the capacitance value is also larger in p and n minus layer junction J1, whereas the other side is just because of the diffusion of electrons. So high concentration electrons, they diffuse to low concentration side.
सर ये कौन से लेयर्स में होंगे, दोबारा बताइए सर, आवाज से नहीं आ रही।
अच्छा, potential barrier capacitor is in junction J1, which is between p layer and n minus layer. ठीक है? And the diffusion capacitance junction J2, and this junction is between n minus and n plus layer. ठीक है? So between these two, CB is larger than CD. Why? Because the depletion region in this potential barrier is much larger. Therefore, its capacitance is also a large value. Okay, good. So next is the static characteristic of power diode. So what happens in this case, when the device is in forward mode, it has a threshold voltage. After that, it starts conducting, and then there is a forward voltage drop when it conducts some amount of current, 10 ampere, 100 ampere, or whatsoever is that. Then it has a little higher voltage drop than the threshold voltage of the device. Similarly, in the reverse direction, it also conducts, but the current amount of current is very small. It's in the order of microamperes. And if the reverse voltage is higher than the threshold voltage, then the device goes in avalanche breakdown mode, and their device can get damaged. Next is the switching or dynamic characteristic, and by this we mean that what happens when the device is on or off. On state and off state both are in this dynamic characteristic. And dynamic characteristic, we want to see what happens when the device goes off or goes on. Okay? So let's assume that device was in on mode, on state. So therefore its forward current was quite big, and its forward voltage was quite small. And then we change the signal at this moment. Like if we have, for example, a square wave, so at this moment of time, we have switched that square wave into a negative cycle. So due to the negative cycle, now diode has to stop conducting, and therefore this process is not immediately taking place. Rather, it has its own dynamic. Okay? And what happens is because of the capacitances, they have a limited discharge rate. So di by dt is limited. So therefore, with a certain di by dt, and that is mentioned in the data sheet of the power diode. So it starts, its current starts dropping, and at some time it crosses 0 point. That means current in one direction, let's say this is the positive current. So from IF, forward current, and then it's start decreasing in the same direction, and then the current stops to 0. So this decrease is with respect to di by dt, rate of change in the current. And when the current drops to 0, that means this was the forward current which reduced to 0, and now the reverse current will start. And why the reverse current starts? Because the capacitances which are in the junction J1 and J2, these capacitances will start discharging whatever voltage and charge they have stored. So therefore, to get into proper off state, the capacitances, they have to release their charge as soon as possible. Okay? So when the current is equal to 0, at that time, the junction first capacitance, which is the smallest n minus n plus layer capacitance, drops its voltage and gets discharged. And then the totally voltage is because of the potential barrier capacitance. And when this capacitance has to discharge, its current goes very high in negative direction until it approaches a reverse peak. ठीक है, और जब ये रिवर्स पीक के करीब होता है, दैट मीन्स के जो कैपेसिटेंस है दैट इज ऑलमोस्ट डिस्चार्ज्ड, एंड देन the current starts decreasing and shows that the capacitance is losing its charge, and until the current
सर आपकी आवाज सही नहीं आ रही।
मैं दोबारा रिपीट कर देता हूँ। सो ऑफ स्टेट में क्या होता है कि करंट जो है वो हम डिवाइस को सिग्नल दे देते हैं कि अब डिवाइस ने ऑफ होना है। ठीक है, सो डिवाइस ऑफ होने का मतलब ये है कि पहले इसका जो करंट है वो स्टॉप हो जाए, और जो डिवाइस के क्रॉस वोल्टेज है वो रिवर्स वोल्टेज के बराबर हो जाए। सो दिस इज द टारगेट वेयर डायोड हैज टू कम बैक इन नॉर्मल ऑफ स्टेट। ठीक है, सो इस पोजीशन पे जब आएगा तो दिस इज कॉल्ड नॉर्मल ऑफ स्टेट।
सर आपकी आवाज जो है वो बीच में रुक जाती है सर, फिर आती है सर।
जी मैं उतनी ड्यूरेशन में थोड़ा राइटिंग कर रहा हूँ, सो आई होप कि आपको राइटिंग नजर आ रही है।
जी सर।
सो अब फ्रॉम नॉर्मल ऑन स्टेट टू अ नॉर्मल ऑफ स्टेट, यहाँ आने तक देर आर सम ट्रांजिएंट्स जिससे डिवाइस जो है वो गुजर के और फिर नॉर्मल ऑफ स्टेट मोड में आती है। ठीक है, सो वी आर डिस्कसिंग हियर दी abnormality, how the current changes in the device and how voltage drops in the during this transient. Okay, so device has a di by dt rate of change of current. So according to that, the current drops from maximum value to a minimum value, which is 0, with the same rate of current. And when it goes to 0, when IF is 0,
सर बिल्कुल आवाज नहीं आ रही।
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही बिल्कुल भी।
हेलो, आवाज आ रही?
सर अब आ रही है।
Okay. Okay, guys. So we are talking about that when the device diode is going to turn off, it will not turn off suddenly, and it would take a very brief time, and that time is called reverse recovery time. Okay? So this is reverse recovery process of the diode. How diode goes from normal on state to normal off state. So in this case, when the current drops to zero, the voltage in capacitance, diffusion capacitance drop to zero as well. So we have only forward voltage now equal to the voltage across CV. So this VCD goes to zero happens here, and this forward voltage is equal to VCB happens here. Okay. So when the current crosses to zero, that time the voltage in diffusion capacitance is zero, and afterward the forward voltage drop is equal to the potential barrier capacitance. Okay, so now current changes its direction because right now the capacitance potential barrier capacitance has charge stored, and because now the voltage applied to the diode is negative, so therefore a negative amount of current would go very high up to a reverse peak current, and then it goes to zero. Okay, so when the device current goes to zero, only then it's the charge stored in the capacitance is depleted. Okay, so meanwhile, when the current when the voltage forward voltage equal to zero, that means voltage in CV is also zero, and that is at this point when the current is maximum in the reverse peak. So this is because we have negative potential, and device diode is not shut down right now, so therefore the negative current is very large. And after that the capacitances, because of the on state, still on state, therefore the capacitances, they start charging to opposite direction, while the current goes to zero, the charge in the stored capacitances goes to zero, and then the voltage comes to a normal off state mode. So after this whole time from T0 to T2, this time is called reverse recovery time. जी, ये प्रोसेस समझ आया?
सर काइंडली आप इसको थोड़ा सा समराइज करके रिपीट कर सकते हैं?
जी जरूर. So what happens is कि जिस वक्त हम डिवाइस को ऑफ स्टेट में लाना चाहते हैं, because device is not a controlled device, it only happens when we have a applied voltage, और जो applied voltage है उसकी डायरेक्शन हमने रिवर्स कर दी. सो जिस वक्त हमने अप्लाइड सिग्नल की, यानी कि डायोड को हमने अप्लाइड वोल्टेज के थ्रू रिवर्स बायस कर दिया, तो अब डिवाइस को यानी डायोड को ऑफ हो जाना चाहिए, नॉर्मल स्टेट में आ जाना चाहिए. लेकिन ये कुछ टाइम लेके और उसके बाद फिर ये कुछ ट्रांजिएंट में से पास करके फिर ये नॉर्मल ऑफ स्टेट मोड में आता है. ठीक है, तो उसके अंदर जो जो ट्रांजिएंट्स इन्वॉल्व हैं उसमें फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये कि जो करंट है डिक्रीज करता है, दैट इज अकॉर्डिंग टू दी di by dt, और उसी करंट रेट को फॉलो करते हुए करंट जो है वो फॉरवर्ड करंट से 0 तक पहुंचता है. सो दिस इज फर्स्ट स्टेज. एंड फॉर दिस मोमेंट जितनी देर में करंट जो है वो नॉन जीरो है फॉरवर्ड में, देयर इज नो चेंज इन द फॉरवर्ड वोल्टेज ड्रॉप ऑफ डायोड. यानी कि डायोड के क्रॉस अभी भी 0.7 सॉरी पावर डायोड है तो 1 वोल्ट का ड्रॉप जो है वो अभी भी रहेगा. ठीक है. सो जिस वक्त फॉरवर्ड करंट 0 पे पहुंचता है तो इसकी चूंकि दो कैपेसिटेंसेस हैं. One is the potential barrier capacitance and the other one is diffusion capacitance. So पहले इसकी जो diffusion capacitance है वो डिस्चार्ज होगी और जो उसका वोल्टेज ड्रॉप है वो 0 हो जाएगा. ठीक है. लेकिन जो फॉरवर्ड वोल्टेज ड्रॉप है दैट वुड ड्रॉप फ्रॉम 1 वोल्ट टू सम 0.7 वोल्ट. And that is only because of the potential barrier capacitance कि वो अभी तक डिस्चार्ज नहीं हुई. और वो जब डिस्चार्ज होगी तो वो डिस्चार्ज कैसे होगी? जब उसका चार्ज जो है वो डिप्लीट होगा. तो वो डिप्लीट करने के लिए चार्ज अपना जो करंट है वो रिलीज करेगी एंड देयरफॉर देयर इज अ नेगेटिव करंट फ्लो इन द डिवाइस. और ये अच्छा खासा रिवर्स में करंट जो है वो फ्लो कर सकता है फॉर अ वेरी शॉर्ट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. ठीक है. सो T0 से
सर
लेके
दूसरे
और
कैपेसिटर का बता दें सर. पोटेंशियल बैरियर कैपेसिटर वो क्या करेगा, दोबारा बताइए.
वो अपना वोल्टेज जो है वो स्टोर रखेगा जब तक ये कंप्लीटली डिस्चार्ज नहीं हो जाता कैपेसिटर, पोटेंशियल बैरियर कैपेसिटर. ठीक है. और वो उसको डिस्चार्ज करने के लिए क्या करेगा? रिवर्स में करंट फ्लो कराएगा डायोड के. यानी कि डायोड के एनोड से करंट एग्जिट करेगा. ठीक है. फॉरवर्ड करंट जो था वो इस डायरेक्शन में था और जो रिवर्स करंट है वो अब इस डायरेक्शन में. ठीक है. सो रिवर्स करंट जो है वो माइट पॉसिबल के फॉरवर्ड करंट से भी ज्यादा थोड़ी देर के लिए चले and it depends on the reverse recovery time of the diode. ठीक है. सो जिस वक्त करंट जो है वो पीक तक पहुंचता है उस वक्त पोटेंशियल बैरियर कैपेसिटेंस जो है वो डिस्चार्ज होना शुरू हो जाता है. और चूंकि अप्लाइड पोटेंशियल जो है वो रिवर्स में है सो देयरफॉर पोटेंशियल बैरियर जो कैपेसिटेंसेस हैं और डिफ्यूजन कैपेसिटेंस है वो भी ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में चार्ज होना शुरू हो जाते हैं until they arrive at normal ऑफ स्टेट. मीन्स के इसका जो करंट है वो 0 हो जाता है और कैपेसिटेंसेस जो हैं वो रिवर्स में, यानी कि जितना भी अप्लाइड रिवर्स वोल्टेज अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट द डिप्लीशन रीजन इज वाइडन. ठीक है जी. अभी भी अगर प्रोसेस समझ नहीं आया तो आई कैन रिपीट इट अगेन.
सर अब समझ आ गया.
अच्छा. ठीक है. सो मैंने यहाँ सारे स्टेप्स जो हैं वो हर अकॉर्डिंग टू द टाइम हाईलाइट कर दिए. सो व्हाट हैपेंस टी नॉट पे क्या हैपन हो रहा है कि जो डिफ्यूजन कैपेसिटेंस है वो डिस्चार्ज हो रही है और फिर उसके बाद क्या हो रहा है कि जो फॉरवर्ड वोल्टेज ड्रॉप है वो 1 वोल्ट से ड्रॉप करके और अराउंड 0.7 आ गया बिकॉज ये डिफ्यूजन कैपेसिटेंस डिस्चार्ज हो गई और अब सिर्फ पोटेंशियल बैरियर कैपेसिटेंस का जो वोल्टेज है वो फॉरवर्ड वोल्टेज के तौर पे नजर आएगा. ठीक है. और पोटेंशियल बैरियर कैपेसिटेंस भी जब डिस्चार्ज होगा तो ये रिवर्स करंट फ्लो कराएगा और जब पीक तक पहुंचेगा करंट तो पोटेंशियल बैरियर कैपेसिटर भी डिस्चार्ज हो जाएगा और ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में चार्ज होना शुरू हो जाएगा. ठीक है. So अगर हम इसको देखें, that is around about a triangular sort of. तो ट्रायंगल का अगर हम एरिया फाइंड करें तो लेट्स कॉल इट TR, जितना भी हमारा रिवर्स रिकवरी टाइम है, multiply by the height, which is reverse current peak, divided by 2. And what is this? This is called QRR. ठीक है? So this is basically the total charge that is stored in the capacitance. तो वो हम अप्रोक्सीमेटली इस तरह से, अगर हमारे पास ये टाइम मेंशन हो, पीक मेंशन हो, तो हम फाइंड कर सकते हैं कि कितना चार्ज कैपेसिटेंस ने स्टोर किया था, जिसको इसने रिलीज किया है ड्यूरिंग ट्रांजिएंट ऑफ द ऑफ स्टेट. इज इट क्लियर?
एक्सक्यूज मी सर.
जी प्लीज.
सर इससे रिलेटेड कोई एग्जांपल प्रॉब्लम वगैरह आप हमें करवाएंगे सर?
नहीं, ये थ्योरेटिकल इसमें पोर्शन होगा.
राइट सर.
Okay, similarly, just like the off transient, turn off transient, we also have a turn on transient in the diode. So जब ये ऑफ स्टेट से दोबारा ऑन स्टेट में जाएगा, तो फिर इसका जो फॉरवर्ड वोल्टेज ड्रॉप है और जो करंट है वो किस तरह से चेंज होंगे, दैट इज अपीयरिंग ओवर हियर. ठीक है? सो फॉरवर्ड जिस तरह से हमने देखा ऑफ स्टेट में, टर्न ऑफ ट्रांजिएंट में, कि हमारे पास एक रिवर्स रिकवरी टाइम था विच इज TRR. Then we have a reverse recovery charge which is called QRR, and then we have reverse IR peak. ठीक है जी? Okay. So now in turn on transient, you can see that when the applied voltage is in positive direction, so then it takes time to get to the on state where we have forward voltage drop around 1 volt and maximum current. So the TFR is the forward recovery time, because again the capacitances they have to change their polarities and charge in the positive direction in on state direction of the device. So therefore the voltage drop forward voltage goes to, and that peak basically is required to charge the capacitances in potential barrier and diffusion capacitance. And while they are getting a voltage peak, at that time the current start flowing slowly, rises according to the di by dt of the device. And when the current is established around, let's say 70-80%, then the forward voltage drops to the normal forward voltage. ठीक है? So this forward, when we want this device to turn on, what we need to do is we only the voltage should be higher than the threshold voltage, but we have to force the minority carriers to start conduction to overcome the potential barriers. ठीक है? So practically this happens in the diode, and after that diode is properly turned on, the forward voltage drops to a normal voltage drop which should be in the device. ठीक है? So ये समझ आ गई why we have a forward voltage peak which is much more larger than the normal voltage drop, because the junction capacitances they have to force the minority carriers so that they start conducting. ठीक है जी? Okay, so as far as specifications of power diode is concerned, we have forward current mentioned in the data sheet. We have forward voltage drop, which is basically the normal on state voltage drop, and also we may have a repetitive reverse voltage. There is the repetitive voltage and a continuous reverse voltage. ठीक है? Maximum junction reverse recovery time. Accordingly, we can find out कि जो diode है that has a small recovery or large recovery. ठीक है? और जो चार्ज स्टोर करेगा वो कितना है, वो थोड़ा है, ज्यादा है. ठीक है? So according to different types of the power diodes, we have a rectifier diode, standard recovery. That means it stores substantial amount of charge in the junction capacitances, and then that charge has to deplete while it is going in the off mode. Then we have a special power diode that has fast recovery. ठीक है? And that fast recovery is around nanoseconds, whereas for a normal diode, general purpose or power diode, the reverse recovery is around 1 microsecond. So as far as switching is concerned, the normal power diode cannot be switched so fast. ठीक है? अगर हमने high frequency पे diode को use करना है, then its reverse recovery should be very small. So we should be using fast recovery diode. And then we have Schottky barrier diode. So Schottky barrier diode is very interesting type of diode, as it does not have any both type of materials. It have only one type of material. So let me show you the process of construction of the Schottky barrier diode, and we also discussed the difference between a general diode and fast recovery diode. So उससे पहले हम ब्रेक ले लें.
जी सर जरूर।
ब्रेक ले लेते हैं, फिर हम ये 2 डायोड्स को डिस्कस करते हैं। ठीक है जी।